What's going on, y'all? I just wanted to give y'all some insight on Junto Nakatani and his thoughts on his future fight with Inoue. So Junto Nakatani did an interview and he was asked some questions about his future fight with Inoue. And he started off by saying this: "It will materialize for 2026. It's a very highly anticipated fight, and I think it will be a very historical fight." Now, I definitely do agree with this being a very historic fight, because this is not only going to be big for the fans over in America, but it's definitely going to be big for fans out in Japan. Japan has two superstars that are going to square off. And the way both of these guys have represented and carried themselves in the sport of boxing for so many years has been very great and special to watch. So this is not only going to be very big for us, but it's definitely going to be big for their country in Japan. And I could definitely see this as one of those fights that goes down as ESPN's top 10 classic fights years from now. The way these guys go in there and just their style of how they fight is going to be very special to watch, I think. I definitely agree with him on this being a historic fight. He also adds on by saying, "Whether it was brewing or not, it's hard to say, but as we both keep winning, it's something that the fans have wanted and anticipated for. I think that's how it's becoming the fight that it is." And I definitely agree with that, as both these guys are undefeated right now as we speak. We hope and pray that they stay undefeated when they square off, because it helps amp up the fight even more. I don't know about y'all, but when I see these big time fights happen, I definitely do tend to look at the records, because when two fighters square off that are undefeated, it's really what you want to see is who is going to win first, but it's more of a nail biter to see who is going to end up losing first. Because these guys, they both have built up a great fan base to this point, to where no one is going to want to obviously see them lose. But unfortunately, someone has to win, someone has to lose. Or hell, we just don't know. It could end up being a draw, and they could end up having a rematch. We just don't know that, but we'll just have to wait and see. He also goes on by saying, "I have to take on each one of the fights as they come to me. Each fight that's not in front of me. But not just win, but win with an impact, a great, impressionable win. The collision course is in motion, though, with the monster likely waiting for the big bang at the crossroads." I can definitely agree with him saying that, he wants to make an impressionable win and a great impact with every single fight that he takes on. Especially with this fight with him and Inoue, because this is gonna be a tough fight for both guys. So whether Nakatani wins, yeah, he's gonna want to make a very impressionable win. I don't think he's gonna want to go in there and try to dance around a little bit and try to run up the scorecards, or just try to outbox Inoue. And the same thing goes for Inoue. And we all know what type of fighter Inoue is, so he's going to be looking for the knockout. And I definitely think that Nakatani is going to be looking for the knockout as well. So, I mean, I can see where he's coming from by he wants to make a big impact with every single win and an impressionable win, especially with this fight, because this is going to be probably the biggest fights of their careers. You know what I'm saying? So I can definitely see where they're coming from, or where Nakatani is coming from. And he actually chimed in on his thoughts about Inoue's last fight versus Cardenas. And he said this: I was really surprised, but I think it was due to the timing of Cardenas just taking a full swing at Inoue. That probably had a lot to do with the fact that he got knocked down. And I also should have mentioned before that he was talking about how Inoue did end up getting knocked down in this fight. And I do agree with, the timing of everything. Inoue he slipped up a little bit on his defense, and Cardenas, he got him. He got him pretty good. He definitely did. He also went on by saying, I was a little concerned, but after seeing the fight he had with Neri, I knew he was going to get back up. That he wouldn't just give up. And definitely, Inoue is probably if not one of the most toughest fighters that I've definitely watched. He not only knows how to give a hit, but he can definitely take one too as well. So, and that's another reason why Inoue is one of my favorite fighters, because he just never stops. He never stops. And even after getting knocked down, he's like, you know what? It is what it is. I got to dust this off, and I'm going to get back up. Now I'm going to knock them out. And it's not always about, how many times you can knock someone out, but sometimes it's about when you get knocked out or get knocked down, getting back up. And he's done that various times now, and he has proved himself. That's another reason why he has proved himself as being one of the best, coming back from slip-ups like that during the fight. He also says that he has the experience from getting knocked down and getting back up and winning. That's a credit to him. If I knock him down, I have to make sure he doesn't get back up. Now, that right there is probably the most honest statement that Nakatani could probably say going into 2026. I mean, I know we still have a long ways to go until 2026, but I'm saying far as his thoughts on this fight and approaching this fight, yes, he's gonna have to make sure that Inoue does not get back up if he knocks him out. Because Inoue, like I said before, he's one of those type of fighters that's going to keep coming at you no matter what. No matter how hard you hit him, no matter how many times you knock him down. He is a soldier. He's a warrior. He's the monster. That's the reason why he's earned that nickname, the monster. He just keeps coming at everyone. But I just thought these were some very great, insightful thoughts from Junto Nakatani, and how he's going to approach his fight coming up with Inoue in 2026. But that's all I have for today, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, leave your thoughts and comments below, turn on your post notifications for me, and I will catch y'all next time in the next video. All right, peace.